Shoot the Breeze topic number 7 is why don't we destroy or chase out the traitors before they get big? Of course, this came with a link. Let me share that with you guys.
No, and that's why them people don't like. They ain't gonna never. One thing I learned very early in the music business. If you've been raised, they don't like you. They don't like you.
Yeah.
Because you come from something.
Yeah.
They need a motherfucker come in here and treat them like, man, please, you my daddy. Show me, ooh, please, man. Whatever you say, I do it. You know what I mean?
Why is it? Because this is my last question here, but you done got me started with what you just said right there. Why is it that when you ain't saying those magic words, I'll do whatever, you can't get nowhere in this goddamn music industry? If you come in there with your 10 toes down as a man and say, hey, man, this is what I want, this is what I can offer, can't nobody hear that. They got to hear you say, I'll do whatever to get something.
Because, shit. Because, man, it's the devil's playground when God ain't involved. This the devil's playground when God ain't involved. This is the biggest witch. This is sorcery. This is witchcraft. Music is witchcraft.
Yeah.
Because you can change a whole world by putting out the right song.
Yeah.
So you got to understand the power of music. So if I'm an oppressor or if I'm a person like, God damn, man, okay, we're going to have to open the world up. We're going to have to pay these niggas more. Man, oh, well, shit. We got to pay them to self-destruct. We can't pay them to goddamn be wealthy. See, I'm gonna overpay the ignorance, and I'm gonna underpay the intelligent. I'm gonna turn the intelligent mad and bitter. I make an ignorant nigga everything.
Nigga! No, you just snapped. You just gave me this thing and snapped. that's all I needed to know right there. That was my personal question I had. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
And then see, it's just like right now. I could walk past all them execs, man. I don't care where you with, man. I don't care Craig Cowman. I don't care who you is, man. I can walk in there and walk out of there with my balls in my drawer, man. Kel, Sylvia Rome, I've been signed by.
Yeah.
L.A. Red, I've been signed by. Atlantic, Sylvia Rome, Julie Greenwald, Kaiser. Yeah. Been in all their offices, and I walked out of there with my balls in my drawer, man.
Come on, man.
Because if they own your balls, you're gonna be in the mental hospital. Woo. See?
My God.
I'm gonna be in the mental hospital. Cause think about it. They paid niggas to be gangsters.
Yeah.
They'll never pay you to be smart. You want to be a gangster? Oh, here you go.
Take it
$1 million. Nigga.
Yeah.
Come in there with some brains. Oh. Can't make no money with this nigga. Come on, man. I need an ignorance.
Yeah.
Ignorance. It's just ignorant sales to black people. We sell trauma.
But how is y'all able to do the opposite and sell real stuff?
Because we read.
But how was y'all able to cut through the industry, or did it get to a point where they had to stop y'all and say, all right, no more of this stuff?
What do you mean? They stopped the record label. They disbanded the face.
Yeah.
They disbanded the label. We got a gold record out, #1 record, and woke up the next morning and said, hey man, LaFace, they just sold that for $145 million, man. Y'all gotta figure it out. Wait, in the middle of the record? Where LA at? Oh, he went to school. He went back to school. He went to Harvard. In the middle of the record. See? So you gotta think about it. LaFace. A child.
Yeah.
In the intelligence.
Yeah.
The best of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Destroyed overnight. Next thing you know, he pop up, he was pink.
Mm.
So you went from the blackest to now your artist right beside you is we coming to New York, we taking New York over with pink.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta think about it, bro. Like it's like counter pro, man. Every time we get somewhere and start getting strong, just like that Death Row shit was incredible.
Yeah.
If he had the mindset to say, hey, stop with the bullshit.
Yeah.
Stop with the bullshit. We ain't just made 400 million. We got more money than Puffy, everybody. Stop with the bullshit.
Mhm.
Nobody said that. See, that's the problem with our community, man. We don't stop bullies in their tracks. See, my daddy era, you couldn't be a bully like that. They kill you.
Yeah.
Kill you in the South. You couldn't show up on a nigga block. Hey, nigga, we gonna kill you.
Yeah.
You trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't around here trying to kill us. You around here doing that? We're gonna kill you. We're gonna take you out in the bum. We're gonna let 8 hogs eat you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think where the leaders, when she started getting out of hand, nobody said nothing, man. Nobody said nothing, man. Nobody said, hold on, man. Let all get in the room. Hey, man, we making too much money. We right here fighting about some bullshit.
Yeah.
But we making millions of dollars, but we fighting about some street shit. You only become a threat when you have them come up, them conversations.
Yeah.
As long as you out here doing all this gangster shit, they sit around and look at it. That little stupid ass nigga, man. Niggas ain't scaring nobody. Man, I send the National Guard down the street, man. Clear you niggas out, man.
Yeah.
If I want to.
Yeah.
So just think about it right now. If all of us, you gotta understand, bro, when Shoot them ran up on Puff them and the boy got laid out in the street. Give it with that. Seen it? Yeah, I sure did. Seen it? Laid right out there, blood was laid out there. Damn blood. That shit fucked up, Charlotte. Messing with them New York nigga, gonna get you every time. But same time, when Wolf came into Magic City tonight, he got killed looking for Meech. Same shit. Energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Energy, bro.
That's an interesting conversation. I don't know if my mic was open the whole time. I hope it didn't cause a bad effect. Makari asked who that was. I think that was Big Gip being interviewed. Buana, let's switch up a little bit. Buana, what did you get from that just now?
Here's the thing. I believe that first of all, any person who's been in the rap industry understand that has a cap. Most rappers, they have maybe a 5-year time period of where they become, and I'm not the best person to be talking about this, but I think that they usually have a 5-year span where they become popular. They get national play, and then they be replaced with other rappers. I think that these older rappers, younger rappers, have the foresight now because they probably studied the industry enough to know that it's not about it's all about your last hit, and these things are very temporary. So you should always have a long time plan. Your profession can't only be rapper, bro. Your profession you have when you have that opportunity like that, understand that you have opportunity. People are availing themselves with all kind of different opportunities for you to get into other industries, and you have the money to support it. You probably for the first time in your life. Now I understand that most of these brothers, these are street brothers, some of them coming from out of the mud, and they may not have the foresight and understanding that look, I could use this vehicle of rapping as an opportunity to enter into other economic vehicles, to do other things. So this can't be a long-term plan. So sometimes when I get these kinds of stories of what coulda, shoulda happened, and this is an African story. You know, it's like we was once here, now we down here. And I think that this is the, the fact that you are a nationally uh, a renowned person or personality. It only means that you have an opportunity to put yourself or position yourself for other kinds of opportunities. This is not a long term career plan. Even in basketball, you know, these guys are paid millions and multi millions of dollars, but you also have bills and lifestyles that you have to fund. And understand that your body won't be able to last 20 years, you know, jumping and running up and down the court and then having to compete with the younger guys who coming up behind you. So you should always have a long-term plan. So much so that when I get out of this industry financially, I could just go into this. I could just go into this. I have an opportunity here. Or I could even start my own record label. So if LaFace all of a sudden props up and says, "Oh, I want to go to Harvard. I sold this company for 1 million. Well, I have my own company here. Distribution. Well, let me go talk to Master P over here. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be. I feel like sometimes when we become a thing, in particular Black people, we become all encompassing. You know what I mean? It's like when we go into Christianity, we don't use that Christianity to do something else. We become the best Christian. You know, John Henry Clark said we used to out Muslim the Muslims and we out Christian the Christian. And sometimes when we become a rap, we become all encompassing of this thing. Whereas all these other people are just using this vehicle to do other things. You know, I think Leo Cohen is into real estate. You know what I mean? These people use these opportunities to do other things with it. But I understand that financially, I think that we need to step up our game to know that after rap comes a myriad of different kinds of things. So the fact that I'm in this industry and I have all these opportunities, I should just only position myself for where this thing runs its life course, which is probably 5 years. I could go here. And there are some rappers who have done it, but it's just so many older rappers with these side stories or what if or we should have could have, and I just really just tired of hearing it sometimes, man, because we living at a time right now where you don't have to have these kinds of stories no longer. You choose to, but I'll stop there.
I appreciate that, Buana. Carl, what say you?
Well, my question is the question: why don't we destroy or chase out our traitors? I mean, I've often had that question myself, uh, because traitors is not exclusive to Africans. We know we have traitors. Every group of people has traitors within them, but I feel like we don't do enough to deal with the traitors in our society. Like there was a show I was looking at, some HBO show. It was some World War II documentary. They were talking about, the how the Americans came to the Netherlands during World War II, and the Dutch people that collaborated with the Nazis, the men got shot, the women got their hair shaved. But too many times with our people, they'll betray us and they'll walk around the community like everything is okay, with no fear of their lives. Like I think about Eldridge Cleaver, who was in the Black Panther Party and how he betrayed them, how he betrayed the Panthers. He went on to become a Republican and he campaigned for Ronald Reagan and he betrayed the whole movement and nothing ever happened to him. So I mean, I question the idea that people can betray us and then there's no consequences. We got to start making treason of the community a serious offense, and we don't do that enough. Um, Within this music thing they're talking about, we know that music is propaganda. Music can elevate people. Music can make people think about their conditions and want to change it. So looking at it like that, it makes sense for the record labels and the record execs to try to stifle any type of empowering music, any type of music that's going to make the people think about their condition and want to change it. They have to push the dumb shit, the kill each other, money, clothes, and hoes, all of that stuff. They have to push that type of stuff. Your conscious rap, the other rap that exists, it gets completely ignored to the point where we don't even hear it on the radio anymore. So it makes sense from their perspective for them to try to oppose that type of intellectual music. And because they know it can be a vehicle for change. So you're gonna see, even if they're making money, they're still gonna kill it. He mentioned Death Row Records. Tupac, his mother was a Panther. His stepfather, Matulu Shakur, was a Panther. He recently got released from prison because he was, locked up for being a Panther. So, but once he got big, he started to become the typical gangster rap. So that type of music is what sells because they push it though. I think that other type of music would sell just as well, but then we would have to have a level of control over our music, and we do got to deal with those people who betray the movement, to betray our struggle, just so they can make a couple of extra dollars. So that's just my thoughts on that.
In the chat, Trigapi262 says the survival of traitors is all about the values of the community and how rigorous they are in rooting out those who have taken on the values of other people. I agree with that 100%. Let's welcome back Brother Bakari. Bakari, what say you?
I heard him talking about the level of traders. You know how I think, right? For me, it goes back to within us. We know our traders are working for. So if you deal with them traders, you might have to deal with those people. It could be because we still want to try to change everybody that's black. And like when the brother just spoken, people can black, we can trade on one another and we can walk in the community, stay in the community and do whatever and have no fear and ain't worried about nobody doing nothing to them because we're too busy bickering and fighting over small things. And with this being the music industry, and he was talking about music and the music that being sold. So for me, it go back to who do black people like to listen to? I play somewhat what people use the word conscious hip hop, well, conscious rap, and you can try to push it as long as you want. Black people don't want to listen to black people. We can constantly play it. We can tell them about Ciroc. We can tell them how Ciroc said when they asked her, when they offered her a deal, but they was telling her how to dress, and she told them, "My lyrics is for sale, not my body." Yeah, that's respectful, but they don't want to listen to her because white people didn't make them a star. White people tell us who our stars are. The white people tell us who our leaders are, and white people tell us who should be celebrated in our community. But when you're selling stuff and giving it away, back to as we were speaking earlier on the first prompt that I came in on, we like to turn, some people would blame the Jews on that, right? But sometimes we got to look and see that money was more important than trying to build something for black people. People love 50 Cent, but it's a known fact that 50 Cent, Jay-Z, I forget went against black people trying to create their own distribution company. That's a known fact, but black people still love him because white people put him on TV, because white people give him a pedestal to stand on, and that is something we look up. See, we celebrate their money as if it's ours. Listen to the people that love Floyd Mayweather Jr. Watch they talk about how much money he made, the kind of car he got, and he just bought an $18 million watch. The only reason I know that because somebody was popping up, ooh, look at this watch Floyd Mayweather just bought. He got that money. We're celebrating their money while their money is not doing anything for us. We are happy. We almost happy in suffering. We're almost just like we're happy suffering. That's that's why it's so hard for us to say we're going to put our money together. So now you got the people that's celebrating the leader of the so-called group that called themselves Foundation of Black Americans. He celebrated, but what has he done? What has he done other than hustle? We celebrate whoever they put on the top. So if we're celebrating whoever they put on the top, and we know their traders are working, the people that's going against us is working for them, we ain't gonna touch them because whatever they say is right. That's mine. That's mine. That's mine. thought on it. I get the mic.
I appreciate that, Bakari. Yeah, we do some dumb stuff sometimes. It's like we don't understand. You know, we understand it, but we just don't do anything about it, man. Anyone else wants to add any last thoughts to
No,
this?
I know. I agree. I think we do celebrate our traders. You know, people talk about Alpo, Alpo. If you hear me, I say Alpo, Alpo, Alpo. I'm like, man, let's do it. It's hilarious, but what I do, and because I understand that that is the game. You know, we I feel like sometimes we are a walking contradiction. But I work with people who are willing to work with me. You know, in terms of this idea of what we about. It don't have to see because I sometimes we usually go for large numbers, but there's power in quality. You know, I choose quality cats who I can roll with, who I know at the end of the day we have similar ideas, similar beliefs in trying to conquer this world that we exist in, and we have to roll with that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to roll with the passionate few. You know, if and that's what's necessary. We have to find we are living in an age where we have to deal with clicks because we understand the masses among us. Although we may want, all of us to win together, I feel like we are living in a time where we have to be the example setters, even if we have to work in small numbers. And it is what it is. Because I would rather go with a quality of people who are in small numbers rather than dealing with a mass amount of people who are ignorant and traitorous and treacherous and ignorant and uninformed and don't mind being that way. So if that's what it takes to get to where we need to go and to prove the example rather than the alternative, I'll go roll with the small numbers. So that's how I handle and resolve that issue.
I feel you on that. I agree.
I want
Anyone
to
else
say
got
something.
last words?
Let me say something really quickly. Um, I'm sure many people may have heard the term Quisling. Quisling, it's a term it was the name of the president of Norway during World War II. He collaborated with the Nazis and helped the Nazis take over his country. So after the war, he was executed for his treason. But with black people, because he probably got money, they probably putting him on T-shirts because we have a form of we worship celebrity, we worship wealth to the point to where it's everything that matters. So even when you have people who betray the community, it's well known. Like I didn't know that about Jay-Z and 50 Cent. I didn't know they had stifled uh, a black distribution network. But yet, you know, we don't ever call them out on it because they benefited because they got theirs. They don't mind getting theirs and betraying the rest of us. We have to really question and analyze where all this celebrity worship comes from because it is really holding us back as a group.
Thank you for that, Carl.
Let me say something right quick. I did a show. Let me say something right quick. Carl, I did a show the other day. Go check it out. It's called Celebrity Worship Syndrome. And according to some scientists, it's considered a mental disorder.
I will check it out as soon as I get home.
Appreciate that,
Thank
Bakari
you.
and Carl. If there's nothing else to add, make sure you guys are tuning into Bakari's channel, Forecast, Tanzan, Consider Cheek, Oni, Hashari Podcast, The Matron, and of course myself. Make sure you guys are tuned in to everyone. We're going to shoot a breeze topic number 8 tonight. Again, we're making real good time. I think we'll be done early tonight. Shout out to Azuli and Oni and them. I guess if they're not here, they must be busy. But shout out to them all the same. Shout out to Tanzan and Marcus Garvey is the way as well.